Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Reading Between the Wines with Laren Gaines, and it's all in the cards with Kathy, featuring author Tommy Cologne, drinking Espiral, Vino Verde. Please follow, like, comment, share, and subscribe on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube at Laren Gaines. Text Laren at 609-738-0611. Thanks. Enjoy the show.
What's up, y'all? What's going on? Welcome to Reading Between the Wines. So I know it looks a little crazy because my co-host is not out here, but due to unforeseen circumstances, Miss is all in the cards with Kathy is unable to join tonight, but she might be coming on a little bit later. She might surprise us a little later. So we will see if all in the cards with Kathy will join. What's up, everyone on TikTok? Still waiting on Instagram people. I saw someone on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube jump in, drop it in the comments, and let me know exactly where you are calling from.
Song of the Day from Reading Between the Wines. California Love by Tupac Shakur from the All Eyes on Me album, released in 1996. Song of the Day.
So, Song of the Day is California Love by Tupac Shakur, and it's his birthday today. So happy birthday to Tupac. Also, it is Eddie Levert from the OJs. It's his birthday. And one of my favorite songs, I'm trying to think if I can remember it properly. From the OJs. Of course, they had the Backstabbers, but there's this one song called Love's Train that I like by them. And Dru Hill actually remade it over on their first album. So go back to the Dru Hill album, and they have a song called Love's Train on there. And that's one of my favorite songs from the OJs. And when I heard how Dru Hill flipped it and did the remix on it, it was just, amazing to me. So we have author Tommy Cologne coming in, reading Between the Wines with his book, The Auditorium of Thought. So again, Tommy Cologne, The Auditorium of Thought, and can't wait till he comes in. And I want to give a shout out to a few people who support the 411 podcast and Reading Between the Wines, and that would be Abundance and Lakeisha Moon. Thank you so much. Ian West, Curvy Dolls Boutique, Doing the Most Media, my girl Keisha Reed, Sophie Davis, Miss Rebel Jewel, Kay Cole, Posh and Pretty Brow Bar, Alex Romero, and again, anyone on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, if you did a simple comment, comment, or share anything, I just want to say thank you so much. New York, Philly, Trenton, and London, Houston, Texas. Thank you all so much. Welcome to Reading Between the Wines. So last night on the 411 podcast, there was a burning question, and it basically was family bonding and COVID. Do you think that we will put spending quality time with family on the back end now that the world is opening up? Basically, when we had to sit down, sit still, everyone was all together, and all of a sudden people woke up and they realized what was important, what wasn't important. And you saw a lot of bonding. You saw a lot of people spending a lot of quality time doing family type things. So now that things are opening back up, Are we going to get to a point where we actually forget about family and we start going back and getting into the rat race and just doing everything out of control like we used to? So, Karma's Paradise, my girl K. Cole says, for me, mine is no. I haven't seen my mom and my brother since my wedding, so I'm excited to travel and see them in November. So sounds like she's gonna, embrace the family thing and continue and push forward and actually go and visit family. So what's going on, Kay? Thank you so much for your comment. Miss Rebel Jewel says probably won't be a whole lot of change for me, to be honest. So from what I did gather, talking to Rebel Jewel, she definitely is very family oriented. So I can understand why she says it won't be much of a change for her. So thank you for that comment as well. And then Sophie Davis says, I hope so. I know me and my family see more of each other now more than ever. I think it's important to, if you can. So keeping everything alive, keeping the family thing going. I thank all three of you ladies for your comments. And tonight we are actually sampling a Spiral Vino Verde. So a Spiral Vino Verde. So this wine here is going to get about a 3.9 out of 5 stars. So that's not, no, that's pretty good for 5 stars, 3.9. I've actually had the pleasure of tasting this wine, and I wanted to bring it to my friend, but again, like I said before, she's not able to be here tonight, so that's fine. We'll continue to go on with the show. She might pop in on Instagram a little bit later. I hope that she is able to join. And the price range for this wine is going to be anywhere between $4.99 and $6.99. I just want to check on one thing to make sure we're good. We are still good there. So the price range is going to be anywhere between $4.99 and $6.99. The alcohol content is 9%. And the winery is Esquerol. And this is a Portugal wine. And of course, it's Portuguese Vinho Verde white wine. You're going to get smells and tastes of green apple, pear, citrus, lemon, lime, minerals, and also honey as well. This wine will pair very well with seafood. It's going to pair well with vegetarian dishes, snacks, and hors d'oeuvres. What's going on, Serene Poems? How are you? So this is what Esperol Vino Verde looks like. It has a little bubble to it. Has a little, you can see it along the top. Has a little kick to it. So some of the reviews says, such a fun white, a little bit of bubbles, but not so effervescent as champagne, almost like a tasty alcoholic mineral water. Another review says light and refreshing, green apple, which I smell all of the green apple in here. All of the green apple, all of the pear, I definitely smell this. So light and refreshing, green apple, lime, Asian pear, 9%, slightly effervescent, light body, high, tangy, and very acidic. The last review is fruity, balanced with crisp mineral notes and a lighty, I don't know why, who says that? A lighty, acidic finish. Delicious summer wine, definitely good for the summer. Great for sitting around a fire. So I'm going to go ahead and taste this wine here. Definitely taste the bubbles. I taste lots of green apple, lots of pear, lots of citrus, the whole nine: citrus, lemon, lime, Asian pear. This is a great wine. When it's chilled, this is definitely a good summer wine. I highly recommend this. So again, Esperol Vino Verde. You can even see some of the bubbles that are around the top here. Slight bubbles, not much, just slight bubbles. So this bottle says the wines of Vinho Verde region in North Portugal are characterized by their youth and freshness. Esperol is a refreshing, crisp, medium dry white wine made from select native grape varieties from this region. It is great as an aperitif as an aperitif and pairs well with fish dishes and salads served chilled. I say the more you drop the temperature on this wine, the more that you're going to get out of it. So definitely want to serve that wine and have it very chilled. So on that note, I guess we're all set, ready to reach out to our special guest, author Tommy Cologne.
That's good.
Hello.
What's going on? Welcome to Reading Between the Wines.
Thank you. Thank you so much for calling, Larry. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Miss my co-host, Miss It's All in the Cards with Kathy. She cannot be here tonight, so I am definitely holding everything down. It just has a different feel, without the whiskey drinking, crazy thinking, shit talking that I am walking. Mrs. All of the Cards with Kathy, but she said that she might, pop up to say hello to everybody. So we'll see if she does pop up. She's
okay. All right.
She's not a fan of doing this whole virtual thing, but I told her that she needs to embrace it and learn how to do it, because she's a little older than I am, or shall I say a lot older, because she likes to call herself old. So she's much older than I am, and you know how some of the old folks, they don't know how to, embrace change. So
Gotcha. I'm kind of the same way. I was forced to embrace change because of my kids, man. So
yeah, I
can kind of feel it on that.
Yeah, the whole virtual thing, she's not really feeling. But I think something today threw a monkey wrench in it and said, "You have no choice because we're going to put this roadblock here and make you do it." And that's exactly what happened. So,
okay.
Where are you calling from?
I am in Central Florida.
Okay, what's the weather like in Central Florida?
Well, right now it's kind of muggy out, overcast, a little cloudy. Okay. Not much of a breeze tonight. There's been a really nice breeze over the past couple of evenings, but today, like nothing, man. It's just muggy.
Hey, I mean, I like anything that's 80 and above, whether it's muggy, whether it's dry, whether it's this, whether it's that. As long as it's hot and 80 and above, that's my type of weather.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I'm from New Jersey, but not much going on here. Weather's been a little...
That's where I'm originally from.
Really? What part?
Jersey City, born and raised.
Oh, that's what's up. All right. Shout out to Jersey City, all of that up in that area.
Shout out to Chilton.
Jersey City. I'm going to just name a few. Jersey City, East Orange, Patterson, New Jersey. What else we have up there? Newark,
New Jersey.
Mm-hmm. What else we got up there? We have Edison,
Yeah,
New Jersey.
Edison, Union City.
Union. Okay, I forgot about Union. Shout out to Union. That's right up there with Newark. There's a lot. There's Union and there's also Union City. So you're talking about Union City, which is closer to New York.
Yeah, Union City is they border. I spent a lot of time hanging out in places, spots up there in Union City too. So, West New York, where you can oversee the New York skyline.
Yep, West New York, West Nyack. That's the New York border. Let's say shout out to what's another one? I just had it. Oh, North Bergen. That's right up there.
Bayonne.
Oh yeah, that's right, Bayonne. Yeah. So you know it all. Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, man.
From Jersey to Florida. So
well, I've been around quite a bit, man. I left Jersey when I was 18. Moved to Puerto Rico, and then I was there for probably about a year, and I enlisted in the military.
Okay.
And I've been all over the world, man. So, but born and raised in Jersey City, definitely.
That's what's up. Now, is your family still here in New Jersey?
I have some family. I got a couple of cousins in Jersey. And then my younger brother, he was military as well, but then when he finished his time in service, he migrated and stayed out in Connecticut. Okay. And he's been there since, raised his kids there, bought his first home there, and he's pretty much got his roots down in Connecticut, and he's been there ever since, man. And my mom is living with him.
Okay. I don't know, man. Jersey to Puerto Rico, and then you end up in Florida, which not bad. I mean, I like Florida, but I mean Puerto Rico. I mean, I would try to stay there. What's up with that?
Well, Puerto Rico I love it there. It's a beautiful place. There's so much to do, but the economy there is not.
I've heard, yeah,
not the greatest.
Yeah.
And just I think just the social systems, man. There's not a lot of help for people down there.
Yeah, I've heard that.
It's just it's a whole different world when it comes to the economic side of it. It's a really tough place to be in.
All right. Now, before we get into your book, I just want to say I'm sure you know who he is, but it's Tupac Shakur's birthday today. So, have you been a fan of him? Is there a specific song that you love?
I would probably lean towards "Dear Mama."
Okay.
That to me was a huge song to me growing up because I grew up in a single mom household, and in a lot of respects, that song resonated with me deeply because of the message. And my mom to me is, she's everything. She's one of my biggest inspirations, and I would probably always say that song of Pac is probably one of my, if not my favorite.
Okay, that's what's up. I like that one. Now, I was a fan of Tupac with his first album, and everyone knows the song "Keep Your Head Up" and all that great stuff.
Yeah.
But I was more of the Notorious B.I.G. fan. Especially when
I would have to admit that too. Yeah.
I was more of down with Biggie, but when Tupac came out with "California Love," it totally flipped it and changed it for me. That was my song right there. That was my song right there.
Yes. That just really blew the roof for me with Pac, man. I think not just the lyrics to that, but
the video.
But the beat, man. That's crap.
The lyrics.
It's haunting, man.
The lyrics, the beat, the video, everything. I mean, it was crazy. I remember I was in high school when that came out, and I was like, what just happened when I first saw that video? And this was like when he first, got released from jail or whatever, and that came out. And I said, oh, yeah, he's definitely going to explode with this. And it happened. All right. So let's get down to business while we're actually here on Reading Between the Wines. So we have author Tommy Cologne in the building here, and you have a book called The Auditorium of Thought. So talk to us about, this book here.
Well, The Auditorium of Thought was the second book I had the privilege and the honor of publishing in 2020. And the pieces that went into this book were pieces that I really didn't think I would publish because they were very, very personal in nature to me, to my essence and who I am.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't sure that I was ready to kind of share that with the world. And it kind of, after a conversation with my daughter before publishing the book, she convinced me that, the words in those verses could inspire somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm very big in, the element of hope in a lot of my writing. And she convinced me that someone out there could resonate with, and it could help them through a difficult time, and it could help somebody understand that they're not alone in their journey. And that's really why, the pieces that went into this one went into it, really.
Okay. So what piece do you have? Can we hear a little bit of it?
Yeah, I got, I have a short piece.
Okay.
If it's okay, I can start with a short piece.
Mm-hmm.
This piece is titled Gray Clouds. And the piece reads, I have developed a fondness for gray clouds. They are synonymous with sad moments. My reverence for them deeply rooted in an understanding of how the precious earth relishes their presence. Nothing grows until the passing of gray clouds. Their generous gift saturates our hallowed grounds with hope, with the continuance of life. I have developed a fondness for gray clouds, for I see myself in them. Now it's gray clouds.
That's real deep. So do you have, what inspired that piece there?
Well, I think just in general, my life in general has always been kind of, how would I explain it? Larry,
I was going to say, because we all have the gray clouds, so.
Yes, we definitely do. But I think that there is something to relish about these, just the presence of a gray cloud. And I'm the kind of person who I try to be very appreciative of every single element of life. Mm-hmm. And even when some people find gray clouds to be very ominous, I find them to be something that is to contribute to life in general. I mean, when you look at it from that aspect, the gray clouds, they rain down on us and they saturate our soil, and from that we have the growth, and we have the grass, and we have trees. Mm-hmm. It's just, I think of it that way. So I try to find the beauty in everything, Larry.
I was just gonna say, I was just gonna say, because I'm at a point now where instead of looking at something like, oh my God, why did this happen? Why, is this happening? I sit here and now I take my time and I'm like, wait a minute. You've been going through life all this time, floating by and making so many mistakes and reacting too quickly. So when you're in something, what is the lesson behind this? What do I need to be learning from this moment that I'm in right now? So before you turn the next page and try to breeze through and rush through to the next situation, what should I be learning from this right now? And that's where I'm at right now. I go going through so many things, and it's like, even though I have great victories, sometimes I'm like, all right, so this little thing here that I have, what should I be learning from it before I move on?
Right. Well, and listen, that resonates with me deeply as well, Levin, because I'm a firm believer that there is nothing that happens that's a coincidence. I just don't believe in the concept of coincidence.
No.
Everything has a very specific purpose, and it lends itself to molding and shaping your character and who you are along your journey. That's why I don't believe in coincidence. So with the gray clouds, that's why I find beauty in that, because everything has a purpose, just like a gray cloud has a purpose. Everything in life has a purpose.
I was reaching out to somebody last year, and they told me this, Laren, trust and believe that every single thing that you were going through, just like you said, it's not a coincidence. You were meant to go through the stuff that you're going through right now. You have your kids,
Absolutely.
you have this, you have that. This is in your life. This person came into your life. This person left. There's more people that are going to come. There's more people that are going to leave. There's more ups and downs and, peaks, valleys, whatever. But every single thing that is going on in your life, this was all planned out and designed, and you were meant to go through this situation.
Absolutely. And I would agree with that wholeheartedly. This is a journey.
Like, I had to go through what I had to go through last year just to get here to be able to have you on Reading Between the Wines.
Wow, man.
Without the storm,
Wow.
we wouldn't be where we're at here today. And I met so many people, and this journey is just amazing. And, I had to step out of my comfort zone to be the person who I am today, because anybody that knows Laren knows that they'll look at me today and be like, who is this person? And at first, if you get tripped up by who is this person, oh my God, what are they going to say? What are they going to think? That's wrong, because if you want to step into any type of greatness, you have to leave the old you and walk into a new life. So that means you will be completely different. You want to be different. You never want to remain the same. So yeah, that's a nice little piece there. What else you got? You got something else?
Yeah, I got a piece called
wait.
Finding Me.
I'm sorry. Before we go on, where can everyone follow you at? Do you have a website? Where can they purchase your book? So we have. Go ahead.
I'm working on a website now, and I have a friend of mine who's actually helping with that, because I'm not very technologically savvy, I guess. But a lot of my writings you can find on Instagram. I try to stay pretty busy and active on IG. And the handle is Thoughts to Verses. And that's thoughts with the number 2 and verses following after that.
So
and that's my handle on IG.
Thoughts to Verses. So basically, are you trying to tell me that you have these thoughts and then you start to get in the studio and you rhyme? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Yes, man.
Really?
It hits you at different times. So I've written on a restaurant napkin. So anything I can find, because I don't like to have a thought and not jot it down, because it may not come back to me in the same, with the same magnitude, the same passion that I first breath the thought. So I'd like to jot it down as soon as I get it.
So you actually rhyme? You actually rap? You go to the studio, or it's just
no? I strictly do poetry. This book that you allowed me to come on the platform and share tonight is my 6th published collection of poetry.
Wow! Congratulations, 6 books. That's amazing.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that so much, man. I don't have a very big following, I guess, but
you know what? Don't worry about that.
I don't do it for the numbers, though, man. I enjoy the fact that the people that do follow and have been supportive of me through the years, the writing resonates, and it's a really nice therapeutic experience, Matt. So I'm just really grateful for the people that have supported me along the way.
No, I agree with that. And this is one thing that I learned too. Just last year, this year, whatever you want to call it, do it for self first. If you do it for self first and you are actually satisfied with what the results are, anybody else who joins along, that's just extra. But where we trip up in life is when we start doing things for people, and we try to seek for acceptance out of people first. Do it for self first, and once self is satisfied, anything extra is just a bonus along the way. So when I first started my podcast, when I first started Reading Between the Wines, there were 0 people in these rooms here, and it could be any given night, and there may still be zero people in these rooms here, and they might watch the replay the next day or whatever the case may be. But I was content with the content that I was producing when there was nobody watching, and I started to perfect myself that way. So anything now along the way is just extra and it's bonus, but I try to do it for self, and I try not to get caught up with, who's watching, who's out there, who's not out there.
Absolutely.
All of that stuff will come.
Listen, I agree with that on every level, man. This poetry thing for me, it's been a thing since I was a kid, and it's always been a therapy. It's been my escape, my one safe place to express myself without the fear of being judged. And me sharing with the world, again, it came at the behest of my daughter, obviously. And like you said, everything that comes with it after that is just a blessing. But for the people that do follow, especially on the Instagram poetry community, dude, I'm just super grateful for everyone that has been so supportive of me.
We have had some technical difficulties with Instagram for the past couple days. I have no idea what's going on. So,
I feel very temperamental, man.
Yeah, it goes up, down, up, down. I'm not quite sure what happens, but and that's another thing that I've learned too. I'm such a perfectionist. So even by me sitting now punching the screen, my fingers all over in front of the camera, simple stuff like that bothers me because I just want to make sure everything runs smooth. But once you get to a point where you don't even care what happens, then you know that you're almost on your way. Because everything ain't gonna be perfect, So it is.
It's not, but it'll fall into place eventually.
But what I do really need Instagram to get their life together and stop hating. They just want to hate on, my videos and things because my executive producer has control over all of it. So, it ain't me. You can't get mad at me. This ain't got nothing to do with me. So if anything that goes on with what happens on Instagram, you take it up with my executive producer, because my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ has got me to the level that I am today. And without him, none of this would be possible. There is no way that I'm ever going to get on any of these platforms and act like this is something that I'm doing. So y'all can hate all you want. You can block me. You can do this. You can do that. Do whatever. But, I know who my executive producer is.
Well, I'm going to say amen to
that. So,
amen to that.
Yeah, I mean, since this whole pandemic, I turned over a new leaf and started to get my life together, and things have been amazing since. So, gotta give credit where credit is due. So, let's get into something else. What else you have for us?
Okay. All right, this is another piece I wrote called "Finding Me," and this piece, again, not a terribly long piece, but I'll pause in between stanzas here. So, "Finding Me" says, "Tragedy, the exactitude of just how fleeting our existence here truly is, becomes a thought seldom ruminated, yet it is spent looking outwardly, hoping to find oneself in the perception of others. If only I could look at myself through your eyes, in this arduous quest for self-acceptance, what a desperate quest, this quest to find an answer to this fastidious question, what do you see when you look at me?"
I like that.
The first two stanzas.
No, I like that. I like that one. I definitely like that one.
This was a very introspective piece, man. It reads on that at times I cannot find myself. I stare into the eyes of others, hoping to get a glimpse of myself, praying those eyes that captured my essence. How unfortunate that the reflection of me trapped in others' eyes is the me they gaze upon today, the me of yesterday quickly forgotten, the me of tomorrow held hostage by this desperate need for validation as if I weren't already enough.
I like that one. We do it a lot. People struggle with it every day.
What? Yeah, they do that. They do. I still do.
I
The piece goes on and it tells you the things I find I have cogitated upon. I seem to have forgotten who I once was, living in this constant struggle of pondering who and what tomorrow I will be. My heartbeat no longer vibrates the crescendo of the flight of Valkyrie. I find myself today. Realize that I've been trapped in my own mind there, sitting in the beautiful auditorium of my thoughts as a faceless man pours his every emotion into a violin rendition of Claire de Lune. Acceptance was an inward journey all along. There is nothing more beautiful than understanding that the blessing that dwells within the confines of one's own skin. For I have found myself and I have found peace.
mm-hmm.
And that was finding me.
I need that. I need to read that. I need to look at it. And I need to read it. And I need to see it. It sounds just like me. Man, I couldn't even tell you the story.
It's a very introspective piece, Clarence.
Now,
You have those moments where you sit down and just think, and
yeah,
it's one of those type pieces.
Now, do you have any stories to share of how this came about? Was this what were you going through at this moment when you wrote this?
I think it was more of a kind of a roller coaster of emotions.
Mm-hmm.
And there are a lot of different variables that contribute to those moments. The type of work that I do, missing my children. I have three of my three sons are all active duty military, and they're always out and about somewhere out in the world. And and I sit here on my patio, and I have these moments, man, where I just start to think to myself, did I do everything right as a dad? Are they okay? Are they eating? Are they resting? Are they surrounding themselves with positive people? Are they focused on their careers? Are just a myriad of questions, and I think that lends itself to that dynamic of feeling that emotion and that sense of feeling inadequate at certain points in my life, and then coming to the realization that I've been enough all along. I've always been a good father, a good husband, a good son, a good friend, just a good human being in general.
Right.
But I think most of us struggle with that, where we question, if we're enough.
It's so hard because I get on my podcast each and every night and I talk about my emotions. I talk about what comes to me, and I have to get myself together so that I can come on the podcast and try to help somebody else get through. But it's so crazy how I talked the other night about how we play these records, and of course the bad situations are going to play. You're going to get a replay in your mind. Whatever happened in the past, it's going to come back up. It's going to surface, but you have to learn how to stop that record immediately. It shouldn't even be able to play for like 2 to 3 seconds and then be like, all right, done, out. But sometimes with me, I find myself letting it play the same story over and over and over again. And it's like, all right, we know what happened. We understand. Let it go. Move on. So it ain't easy.
It's definitely not.
Definitely not
definitely
easy.
Not.
What's up, Honest Vegan? I didn't know what was going on with Instagram, but it was acting crazy. I wasn't sure if they were hiding me from everybody, but I don't know. We here. So we have author Tommy Cologne in the building. It kept going up and down, up and down, up and down. And I don't know. Seems to be working well now. So author Tommy Cologne in the building. Just read 2 pieces. Amazing work. So how much is your book, and where can we get it at again? Because I know we just had a couple people come right on in.
The books are available on Amazon, Amazon.com. All six of the books are on there, and I do believe Barnes and Noble. There's availability there as well. There's a couple of other places, but I mean they made them available overseas as well. But here in the States, primarily Amazon.com and Barnes and Noble.
That is what's up. 6 books. So 7 is the ultimate book. So when's the next book coming out?
It's already in the works, man. It's already in the works. This will be number 7. Coming out this year, hopefully, and I'm really excited for number 7. Definitely.
That's what's up. Well, my guess. Oh yes, I will have you come on. So definitely hang tight because we're getting ready to do burning questions, and you can come right on up. So my guest Kathy was unable to come in because she had some circumstances going on. I ain't gonna tell y'all that she got drunk and couldn't be here tonight, but it is what it is. So you spoke with some real life things, and Kathy tends to make light of real life situations. She really, not that she doesn't understand, but she doesn't want to sit there and focus on it. She rather focus her energy on something else to try to brighten up the mood. I'm the type of person that's like, listen, I just went through something, and because I went through it, I want and I know it's not right, but I want every single person around me to feel what I'm going through and to understand what I'm going through. And then once we understand and I take it there and we all are miserable because we all got to reminisce and we get miserable, then we're going to get happy and then we're going to go ahead and understand. But I know that, you and I are on the same page, that you're human, that you got a heart, that you ain't no weirdo. I don't just open up to each and every person. I need to make sure I know who I'm dealing with. And once I know who I'm dealing with and then we're cool, I get it. But Kathy's like just all over the place. So no, I like to just focus on real life situations because, I like to try to help people get through them, if that makes sense.
Listen, I definitely respect that. And I don't know what Kathy's going through, but definitely love and light going her way as well. And I hope that everything, finds a peaceful, resolution for her. And again, I love when folks are able to make light of situations because, again, there's no right way to deal with life situations, and everyone has their own unique way of coping. But it makes us all human. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Everybody deals with things a certain way, and you will have a friend. Like I got a friend like Kathy that sometimes gets on my nerves, and I'll be like, "What is going on here?" But I need that in my life because who wants things to go exactly the way that you want it to go? It's just not going to work well.
Exactly.
So there we go. Yeah. Thank you so much, Serene Poems. And my next question to you is, when are you going to come on Reading Between the Wines? Because you got some nice pieces too. We need to get you right in here, and we need to open up and have a great time. So now see, I just said the wrong thing because I said that. Now Instagram went and played some trickery.
There you go.
So, but one thing that I'm thankful for is that I'm on YouTube. So if anybody is having a hard time on any of these platforms in here, you can go on YouTube, just type in @Laren Gaines in the search bar, and I promise you I will come right on up. Thankfully, I will come right on up. But if something's not right, you want to get a different view of me, bounce around, feel free. TikTok is always good. I go on before the show, and I'm going to start something new where after the show, you get to see the behind the scenes things of me, breaking things down, putting things together. So definitely check out TikTok. I am on YouTube. I am on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I need y'all to get it together. But right now, we are getting ready to go into a segment which is called Burning Questions. So Burning Questions is a part of the show where I basically flip it, and we're going to start to talk about some real life situations. So you will actually hot seat. I don't really like to put people in the hot seat, but it is what it is. Maybe a little bit, but so yeah, we got some real life situations that we need to discuss, and it's burning questions.
Okay.
If we get it together, come on now, what's up?
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? It's time for burning questions.
So, the first burning question that I have is, and I'm sure, man, you got some experiences, and I'm sure you're gonna be able to help us out with this here tonight. So, what advice do you have for someone who has been left behind from a romantic interest? Basically, the excitement has left the atmosphere, and he or she has moved on to next. So, I want to help anybody out there that ever thought that it was okay to chase after somebody that wasn't chasing after you. What advice do you have?
Oh, Lord have mercy. I would say that's a tough question. Um,
Hmm.
I would say that there's a lot to be said for moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
And my personal experience, you take with you all of the good that you gain from that situation,
Mm-hmm.
and allow it to help you evolve and help prepare you for the next evolution.
Hmm. Take everything that you went through. Say it one more time for me.
So take all of the good that you
Mm-hmm.
gained out of that experience
Mm-hmm.
and allow it to help you grow and evolve into an even better you, to prepare you for the next evolution of the next relationship of the next person.
Mm-hmm. I feel it. I feel it. This is something that I have to say, and it's been weighing heavy on me because there's lessons that I'm still learning today. I want each and every person to think about how you felt when that person walked out on you, and not that I want you to dwell on it, but I never want you to forget how you felt on the inside, and what you felt on the inside, what it poured on the outside, what it made you do on the outside. Did you not get up? Did you not comb your hair? Did you not put your makeup on like you normally do? Or are you not picking out your clothes and wearing the flyest gear that you normally do when you were in a relationship? This person got you all jacked up, so now you feel a certain way on the inside and it's pouring out on the outside. I want y'all to remember that, because the next time when the next person comes around, I want you to be very careful to make sure that that doesn't happen again. So you have to protect your heart, because the heart sometimes could be the most wickedest thing, the wickedest part of your body. So you have to be very careful. Not saying that you got to be evil and shun people away, but you have to be very careful. And having that type of attitude make you get into a position or set you up for a position where you will be able to pick people differently, just a little bit different next time, because you don't want to hurt like that again. And if you do end up hurting like that again, because you've protected yourself and you understand and you won't have such that breakdown. So that when that person does walk out of your life, you'll be like, okay, I got it now. I learned the lessons. I got it. I did what I was supposed to do. I did my work, and now I'm good. When you get all broke up over things and you feel like you got to change the situation and change the course of life and try to force somebody, and all of that tugging and pulling, that tug of war back and forth. Yes, I'm going to be here. I don't want you here. Oh, yeah, I'm going to be here. No, you're not going to be here. All that stuff, that craziness, it's not good. That's just my advice. Think about how you felt. Best advice that I had, someone told me, Laren, I need you to sit here and I need you to think. The minute that you start feeling sorry for somebody else, I want you to think about how you felt when they put you in a situation. Were they feeling sorry for you when they did what they did? I don't know. What you think? Because, I can get into some tangents, so step right on in. I'm telling you.
Listen, I think you hit it right on the head, man.
Mm.
I don't think I could have put it any more clear than that, man. I'm just a big believer in just moving forward, man. And like we said, to me, I'm not a believer in coincidence. I think every experience that you are blessed to live with in life, whether it's a good experience or a bad experience, you're taking something from it.
Mm.
And that's always been my take on it.
Yeah, that's what's up. Now, as we continue to go into this whole journey here, so here's the next question. Good man or woman versus a bad man or woman. Why does majority of society always pick the wrong ones? So you got good, you got versus bad. And this is on both sides. Men, women, good, men, women, bad. Why does majority of us always pick the wrong ones?
Yeah, your questions was like deep.
This is burning questions. My bad, but this is what we do here.
Yes, I can see why you can burning questions. It's I don't, it's funny because I don't think any one of us goes into a relationship or picks a person knowing that the person is a toxic person. Well, toxic to the magnitude of causing us any type of emotional harm. And if we have any information that was the case, I don't necessarily think that emotionally you would attach yourself to a person that's toxic on that level, right? Mm-hmm. But then I also believe that those situations, to me, have a lot to do with, and this is my own term, I call it evolutionary necessity. And I think in order for us to grow and evolve, we have to be subjected to situations that not only make us feel happy, but make us feel uncomfortable. Because I think that that's how the soul evolves from one plane to the next. And I firmly do believe that every person that you come into contact with, Larry, you take something from. You take a bit of someone's soul with you, and they take a bit of your soul with them.
Yes. That's why you got to be careful who you interact with.
Yes.
So many oh man, you hit so many points. You have to be so careful about who you are lending your time and your FaceTime with. You know how we all say FaceTime? You have to be so very careful because whoever you get wrapped up with, and this is why I didn't know it was going to go in this direction, but it is, and we're going to go on 50 million directions, but we're going to be all right. This is why people who sleep around with so many people, just because you're having a casual interaction with somebody, they are leaving a little piece of them with you and vice versa. That is more of a, I would say, like an interchange of some almost a spiritual thing. So you have to be very careful with who you are laying down with. And all of these people are flip-flopping around and they have no idea that they are basically just sticking themselves in some quicksand and they're continuing to bury themselves because that same stuff that person came with, you're going to leave with just a little bit of that. And all of your baggage and your issues that you got, you're going to project that and you're going to put that on somebody else too. But back to this question here. I would say for me, my perspective and the stuff that I've been through, I would say it's probably because I like the look of it. You know, that bad vibe, that bad this, that bad that. This one is a little bit more edgy because of the way that they dress this. It's all of the outside stuff that, you know, I probably shouldn't be looking at. It's all that shallow type stuff. We should be looking within. And if we look within, all of the stuff that people put on wouldn't even phase us anyway, because all of that stuff that they put on is just to cover stuff up and to hide what's actually really going on the inside anyway. So here's what I got. So if you feel that you want that bad girl or that bad boy, how about you go somewhere and you find the squarest person you ever could find? So today, you know, maybe I'm looking in places like public libraries and the conventions. We go on to Comic-Cons and stuff like that. And we're going to find somebody that is in that situation. And do you know what we're going to do? We're just going to do some role playing and we're just going to play dress up. If I want that bad vibe, that's exactly what I'm going to do. We're going to place up. We're going to do whatever we got to do to make this thing work. Because today, I pick a little bit different. But honestly, I think it's because of the outer appearance. I think that's what some people are attracted to. That's what I think.
Well, listen, I can agree with that wholeheartedly, and I think we've all been there, man. The aesthetics of it could play a huge factor, but the more we lend ourselves to learning from those situations, the more we start veering away from the aesthetics, and we start digging deeper into the soul of a person when we open up ourselves emotionally to somebody. But we've all been there, man.
Yeah, yeah. What's up, YML? What's going on? How are you? So the last burning question, man, this is real deep. This has been the first time since we actually been real serious inside of Reading Between the Wines. And it's no coincidence that my co-host is not here tonight because she is not serious. She would have pulled me up out of this already. I got my Esperol Vino Verde. It's 9%. But listen, when this bottle opened up, it was right at the top. It's right here right now. So I'm definitely feeling it. But I swear that it was only half of this glass here. So I don't understand. There's some trickery going on with this wine bottle and this glass. But this thing is down here. But I promise you that it was only half of this glass. I have not had to fill this this glass up at all. But anyway. Last burning question. So if you know that your significant other is lazy, I don't know, you might be the lazy one in your situation. I have no idea. I know that we all got some lazy tendencies, and I've done some stuff where I was just like, F it, I'm not doing it. So what are some things that you do around the house because you know that, it's the simplest things are not going to get done and you might as well just do it yourself?
That question is tough for me to answer, but I will tell you why.
You want to know why it's tough? Because you're probably the lazy one. That's why.
You're probably right, but I'm going to tell you this. My wife and I, we've been together we're going on 25 years married now. Mm-hmm. But in a household, we're very much alike. In the sense that when something needs to get done, it just needs to get done. And we have shared a marriage to where I am not afraid to sweep, mop, do dishes, do laundry, cook, pretty much anything. But she's the same way. Okay. But if there's one thing that I would sometimes say that I'm lazy about is making sure that the dog is fed on time, probably.
Oh, man, that's the easiest thing.
I know, man. It's the easiest thing, and it's crazy. It is the easiest thing, but if I get so wrapped up in work and my job doesn't end at 5 o'clock, and I don't take that little bit of time to just make sure that a dog is fed, and that aggravates her a little bit. And it aggravates my daughter too, but I think that's the one thing that I'm kind of lazy about. I'll give him treats all day. That's easy, but feeding him the food that he eats, I'm lazy with that.
Well, I'm going to say, unless you're one of these crazy people that, because I used to work in the pet industry, that basically feed their pets gourmet meals and it has to be cooked and this and that. You boiling chicken and you doing rice and all this other stuff. If I got to do all of that stuff for my pet, then you ain't going to get fed because, hell, I need to be cooking my own food first before I'm trying to cook yours. So there are some crazy pet people out there that do all kinds of stuff. So let me guess, you cook for your dog and chopping up carrots and stuff.
It's my daughter has done that.
I knew
but
it.
He orders these foods. I think it's called like Farmer's Dog or something. And they deliver the stuff to your door, and it comes in these frozen packages. And it's I don't know. And it's not that it's difficult. It's just it pulls me away from what I'm doing with work and everything else.
So basically,
but just cutting into the packages. And
see what I'm saying? Yep, cutting into the packages. Let me guess, you got to heat it.
It's a process, man. Then you got to mix it just right with the dry food too. So it's like I don't know.
Now, what kind of?
I shouldn't be lazy about it, but I am.
Now, what kind of monster do you have at home?
And you know what? I'm going to tell you this. He's a 3-pound dog. Man. It's a Yorkie.
All right, so let me get it right. So we're in Florida. We got a little small Yorkie living like a king. Got to have food delivered to the house, cooked up, chopped up, or whatever, prepared. These dogs, man, they have it better than some of us.
Yeah, they do.
I always said that if I come back, if I ever come back, please let me come back as a pet that has a rich owner. Because now you don't want to say, oh, I want to come back as a dog. Now you better be careful now, because you come back as a dog. What, you want to be the one that's in a shelter? You want to be the one that's getting abused? Now you want to be the one that has that rich parent that's cooking food for you, taking you to the spa every other day. Dogs don't have to do anything except eat, and you know. Wow. Well, it has been such a pleasure to have you come on this show. I will tell you that based on what I feel tonight, maybe it's a good thing that Miss Kathy didn't come in, because she probably would have scared you away. She is scared away about like 4 or 5 authors. So we got to sort of ease you into it. So the fact that you came on here now and we talked about some real life situations, you understand where I'm coming from. It will prepare you for the next time when you come on when she's here, because she is out of control. She would have scared you. You wouldn't have come back. I'm telling. I know.
I look forward to it. I really do. She probably would chase me away, but I still look forward to it.
I'm so glad that you were spared. We spare one author, because see how things work out. I'm telling you. So go ahead and take us up out of here. Let us know who you are, your handle name, where we can purchase your book, all of that good stuff.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's Tomas Colon, military veteran, very faithful, loyal husband, father, lover of life. I'm in the social work field. I've experienced interactions with people from all walks of life, from the time I was a kid growing up to now, immersed in the work that I do. Working on my 7th collection of poetry. The book that we were speaking on, I was reading out of tonight, is The Auditorium of Thought. It's available on Amazon.com and available on Barnes & Noble. And I do want to say thank you, Reverend. I have the deepest appreciation for you and for allowing me to come on your space and just share a little bit of myself and just have, honestly, an amazing conversation with you. I'm all about learning from others and just connecting with people, because it makes me further feel like we're all connected. And it's just, thank you for an amazing conversation.
No, you are so welcome. This was so needed, man. I was going through something today, and this actually helped pull me up and get me in some good spirits. So I appreciate you for coming on. And wow, this was all set up, by someone greater than us. And this is not a coincidence. Like, this is just amazing. Thank you so much for coming on.
I appreciate
you. And
thank you so much.
My ears are working in such hyperdrive right now, and I'm just like almost in a different zone. I sort of, like, what do you call it? It's not called telepath, but whatever. Like, I just daydream and get to a whole new level and a whole new place. I hear that beautiful background. I know it's dark outside, and I could just imagine what it's like, but I hear where you're at right now. And it's so faint and it's so light, but I hear exactly where you're at right now.
Listen, embrace it. Embrace the evolution. We're constantly growing, Larry, constantly growing and evolving. I'm blessed, honestly. I sit, and there's a little lake right outside my patio.
I hear it.
With a big water fountain in the middle. And this is where my peace is, man. That's why I sit out here so much.
It's so crazy how I can hear just I hear
it, and I
can just imagine. I'm like, what is going on here? But thank you. I appreciate you.
Lennon, thank you so much. Be blessed, man.
Take care now.
You too.
All right, y'all. So there you have it. Thank y'all so much for coming and reading Between the Wines. And author Tommy Colon, thank you so much. So now, everyone, please, I'm going to be trying something new now. So I want you to go on over to TikTok, So that is at LERINGAINES. Come on over to TikTok, because after every single show, starting today, you are going to get more of a behind the scenes thing, and we're going to play some music. We're just going to have some, just some, you're getting to see a different side of me after each and every show. So that is at LERINGAINES. Go on over to TikTok after each and every show of the 411 podcast and Reading Between the Wines, and you're going to see just a little more behind the scenes thing. So I just want to say thank you all so much for coming in. Thank you so much to Thomas Cologne for coming on a Reading Between the Wines. YML, Nene, Serene Poems, thank you so much. I see a couple people out there on TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. I appreciate you. I may not be able to see you. I'm not going to mess with stuff, because I know that once I start messing with stuff and touching stuff, things start to go up and down and skipping and this and that, the next, the other. But for all of the other platforms that I did not interact with you and I did not see, I will check out y'all out after I get off of here. And of course, for anyone who watches the replays, thank you so much. Please like, comment, and share. Tag a friend, whatever you got to do. Let them know exactly what's going on inside Reading Between the Wines and the 411 podcast. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow at 10 o'clock.
Thanks for supporting Reading Between the Wines, featuring author Tommy Cologne, drinking Espiral, Vino Verde. Please follow, like, comment, share, and subscribe on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube at Laren Gaines. Text Laren at 609-738-0611. Please join us tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the 411 podcast, featuring special guest, Dr. Andrews. Set your reminders. Thank you. Good night.
So tomorrow, Dr. Deshaya Andrew will be inside of the 411 podcast. I have no idea what we are getting ourselves into tomorrow, but we're going to find out. Again, head on over to TikTok. We're going to turn this thing up because I'm feeling real good. This Vino Verde definitely has got me feeling a certain way. So we definitely about to do a little something on TikTok. Thank you all so much. Take care. Have a good night. Oh, I see y'all out there. What's going on, Angelique? Thank y'all so much.
That's good.
Good night, y'all. Take care. Now go on over to TikTok at Laren Gaines. Thank you. Take care.